Hi, my name is Joe Schrieffer, and today I'm going to show you a live demonstration of a secret financial transaction that could generate hundreds of dollars in instant income in just 3 minutes or less. Now, I've made it my personal mission to show you that absolutely anyone can use this simple secret, even if you know nothing about the financial markets, even if you don't have a job, and even if you've never graduated from high school. Now, to prove it to you, I'm going to walk right out here on the crazy streets of Baltimore, Maryland. And I'm going to approach complete strangers and try to teach them this financial secret. Now, this secret transaction is so safe that I'm even going to allow these complete strangers to use my own personal brokerage account. And this secret is so instant and so lucrative that I'm going to give them a stack of cash equal to half the instant income they generate. Now, here's why you should be interested in my outrageous social experiment. If I do succeed, and if I do pull this off, then I'm going to take it one step further, and I'm going to share this simple financial maneuver with you too. That means just moments from now, you could begin generating hundreds or even thousands of dollars in instant income. So let's see what happens. Okay, so here we are right outside of our headquarters in Baltimore, Maryland on St. Paul Street, where I'm going to try to find someone with very little experience in the stock market and teach them how to use this secret financial transaction to instantly generate some money. And remember, if we succeed, I'll pay them half the amount that they generate in cash right here today. Hey guys, we're conducting a little experiment. We think we have a financial market secret that could make a couple $100 in a couple minutes. Doesn't require any knowledge. I'll tell you what to click, tell you what to do. And at the end of it, you'll make a couple $100. And like I said, whatever you make, because it's my account, I'll keep half. I'll pay you guys the other half in cash and you're good to go.
Okay. Cash right now.
Cash right now. Yep.
All right.
You good to go? Okay. Meet our first social experiment, a woman named Charo. Charo and her husband were walking down the streets of Baltimore on their way to get some fast food. Now, they were so skeptical of me that thing you see in Charo's hands, that's my business card. I had to give it to them to prove that I was for real. So let's see if they have what it takes. Okay, so first off, can you tell me your names?
Charo Jones.
Okay.
Sean Holly.
Okay, you guys, if you had to rate your level of stock market experience, 1 being nothing, 10 being you're a financial hedge fund manager.
1.
1, okay. So the first thing I want you to do here is you're gonna see a line here that says cash, and you're gonna see how much cash is in there right now. Can you read me that line?
$0.
$0. So that's gonna be our starting point. After we get done this transaction, I'm gonna have you reload this screen. Whatever that says, that's the half amount that I'm gonna pay you.
Okay.
So it says $0 right now.
Right.
So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to go up to this button that says trade. While she goes ahead and uses this simple transaction, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what's happening behind the scenes here. So as you can see, she's clicking just a couple buttons in my account, and she's going to attempt to enter in a couple letters, click a couple more buttons, and we're going to see if we make some money here. Now at this point, something kind of funny happens in me showing her how to use this. And the funny thing is, what I quickly found out when we were demonstrating this together is that she doesn't really know how to work this mouse. So you're going to see us kind of fumble around a couple times. So at this point, I was getting pretty nervous that she couldn't go ahead and complete this transaction. So you could see right here that she's having a hard time even entering in these letters. Now again, I point this out because number 1, I was getting a little nervous that this wouldn't work with her. And number 2, that anybody, I'm convinced, can go ahead and use this transaction even if you don't have the best computer skills. And I'm demonstrating that with her right now. She does not have the best computer skills. She's having trouble even scrolling down here. But finally, together, we were able to get this working. And again, you could see how she's just entering in a couple numbers, a couple letters, and clicking a couple buttons, despite the fact that she was having a hard time working the mouse. Now again, you're going to go ahead and see her click a couple more buttons. She's going to review the transaction, and in a moment, she'll reload the screen and see if we made any money. What's going to happen next is we're going to hit place order, and then we're going to go back to the screen that I showed you earlier. and we'll see if we made some money.
Okay.
So can you go back up to this My Account screen, and can you go down to where it says
no.
Balances? Okay, can you read me what that current value of cash now says?
$252.21.
Okay, now if you remember back to about 2 minutes ago, that number was what?
$0.
It was $0. And read me that number again.
$252.21.
Okay, so one final piece. We have to cut that in half, and that's the amount I'm going to pay you. So roughly $126, $127 that you just made in how fast would you estimate?
About 3 minutes.
3 minutes, made about $126 total together, you and I. Both made $252. I'm going to round up to 20, 40, 60, 80, 125, 26, $127. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
You've never done this transaction before in your life?
No.
You did not know us before this?
No.
You were on your way where today?
The Burger King to get something to eat.
To Burger King to get something to eat. Had you ever thought going to Burger King to get something to eat, you'd make $127 on the streets of Baltimore?
No.
I'm here at one of the world's largest comic book conventions, and I figure that if there's people that don't know anything about the stock market and the financial markets, it may be here at a comic book convention. So let's see if I could find someone that's never traded a stock before, and I'll show them the instant income technique for potentially generating hundreds of dollars in as little as just 3 minutes from now. Let's get started. Going, are you heading to Comic-Con?
Yeah.
What's your level of financial experience from 0, never traded a stock, all the way up to 10, that you're a hedge fund manager? Meet our next social experiment. He's a young kid that's just 18 years old named Braden, who told me that he had absolutely 0 financial experience. So let's see if I can show Braden how to use this secret.
My name is Braden Urso. I'm cosplaying as Kentucky Cicada, and I have 0 experience in this kind of thing.
Okay, so first thing, we are in my account. Can you go ahead, and I've got my cash highlighted. Can you tell me what that line says with cash?
$0, 0 cents.
Can you go up and hit the trade button? As he goes ahead and uses this financial transaction, I'm going to speed this up for you so you don't have to watch the whole thing. But as you can see, it's very simple. He's clicking a few buttons, he's entering in a few letters, and let's go back live and see how it all turned out. Okay, now let's go back up into this account, and let's go down to the balance screen. What does that new current value say in cash?
$197.21.
Okay, so let's divide that by 2. You got to do the math really quick.
I got to do high school. I should be able to do this.
We're going to sit here until you're able to do it. That's your final test. You want to call it $100? Half of that amount? What'd you think?
That was surprisingly easy.
How long did it take? What do you think?
160 seconds max.
We went, just to summarize, from a 0 account balance up to $197 account balance without ever buying another stock in about 150 seconds. That was true? Had you ever met me before this?
No. I was just kind of walking to go to Comic-Con, and free money, so free money.
Have you ever done this before?
No. $800 in about less than 3 minutes.
So by now, you're probably wondering, if this secret is so great, why have you never heard of it before? Well, it's not that the financial service industry doesn't want to tell you about it. The truth is, according to my best estimate, 9 out of every 10 financial professionals, they don't even know that this secret exists. And I'm going to prove that to you right now, because I'm standing outside of one of Baltimore's most prestigious financial service firms. And I'm going to find somebody that's walking on the streets of Baltimore that works for that firm, and I'm going to show you that A, they don't even know about it, and B, that even financial professionals can be amazed at how quick and lucrative this simple transaction can be. So watch that right now. I'm conducting a little experiment. Wanted to know if you wanted to be part of it. Can you tell me your name?
Hi, David.
So meet David. David's our third part of this social experiment. Now, David works right inside the financial service company that I'm standing outside of. And if there's anybody that knows about this secret, surely it's someone like David. Well, let's see how amazed even he is. Okay, and you work for the financial services company that is in this building right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you had to tell me, I just want to ask you a couple questions because, like I said before, we're going to go ahead and conduct a little financial social experiment. I believe we have a stock market transaction and a secret that can show anybody how to make a couple $100s in a couple minutes. If I told you that as a financial services professional, what do you say?
It's like, are you sure?
Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to need you to do is you can see that there is a cash balance right here. Can you read me what that cash balance says?
Cash balance, $0.
Okay, $0. So what we're about to do is to go ahead and use this transaction, and whatever money that we generate in, let's say, the next 2 minutes, we're gonna divide that in half. I'm gonna pay you in cash because you're the one doing the work, and I'm gonna keep the other half because it's in my account. Sound like a good strategy?
I think that's good.
Let's go ahead and speed this up for you again. There's just a few clicks of the mouse, a couple letters, a couple numbers that he's entering in, and let's go back live and again see how it turned out. Okay, so what's going to happen next is in just a moment, I'm going to tell you to hit that place order button.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back to that cash balance screen, and we're going to reread that cash balance screen, and whatever that number says, that's what you've just generated. In about 3 minutes here, we'll divide it in half. I'll pay you the cash, so go ahead and place that order. And what I need you to do is go back up to this My Account screen and go down to balances. All the way on the right underneath cash, that number used to say what?
Used to say 0.
And what does that cash balance say right now?
$241.21.
So $241.21 that we just generated in how long did you think that took to do?
Barely any time at all.
Barely any time at all.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the strategy that we just used to generate roughly $240 in a couple minutes? Have you ever seen that strategy?
I have never seen that. That's amazing.
So the final piece of the puzzle to get the money, we have to divide that in half, which should be roughly easy.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, so what is 241? Well, you can round up if you like.
120-ish and some change.
Okay, 120-ish and some change. So let's pay you for doing the work. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. And we'll round up to 122.
That's amazing.
Sound like a plan? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The live demonstration you've just witnessed provides indisputable proof that anyone can generate instant income from the markets, even if they are practically, financially illiterate. And here's the thing. We generated this income without ever buying a share of stock, without day trading, and without buying risky options. In total, I showed these 3 random strangers how to generate more than $500 in mere minutes. Now, most Americans don't make $500 from a full day's worth of work. So you're probably wondering, what exactly is this mysterious financial maneuver? Well, it's a simple transaction you can complete in as little as 60 seconds anytime the financial markets are open. So let me explain. This simple transaction does not involve buying stocks, bonds, or any other conventional investments. As a matter of fact, this simple transaction can be even safer than buying stocks. The strategy is so safe that the United States government even allows you to use it in your retirement accounts. You can use it to generate instant income whether the markets are moving up, down, or sideways. It doesn't matter. And perhaps best of all, the safe, simple transaction you've just discovered is repeatable. You can use it to extract a steady stream of instant income anytime the financial markets are open, provided you meet just 4 basic requirements. And if you're watching this presentation, I bet you already have all 4 of them. So here's everything you'll need. Number 1, a personal computer or other electronic gadget. Number 2, an internet connection. Number 3, an online brokerage account. And number 4, 60 seconds to complete this simple transaction. That's it. If you've got those 4 things, you could begin collecting your first instant income payment later today. Now, collecting instant income is not reserved exclusively for random strangers on the streets of Baltimore. We've shown people all around the world how to generate instant income from the markets with the mysterious transaction I'll reveal in just a moment. Of course, no investment is completely risk-free. However, we're convinced this is the safest strategy for consistently generating instant income from the markets. This is about as close to a sure thing as you can get. In a moment, you'll see our audited track record that shows an amazing 98.44% success rate. First, though, let me show you video footage several people have sent us after we showed them how to take advantage of this simple transaction. Now watch closely, because you're about to witness how easy it can be to generate this instant income from the markets.